What's up guys, I hope you're having a great day. My name is Michael and in this video I'm giving you my top 3 launchpads to buy right now. Of course, we already know market is going down a little bit, meaning launchpads go down as well, and we want to find a good entry point. The market has recovered a little bit since yesterday morning, my morning at least, but even when the market recovers a little bit and things go back down because of a downward trend of the last 7 days before that, all these launchpads that we're going to go over right now are still relatively cheap compared to all prices. So we know the drill. We go to categories, we search for launchpads, which I already did here, and then let's find out which one it is, the normal launchpads. Here we go, launchpad, and then we see the whole list of all the launchpads. So as I just said, market recovered a little bit last 24 hours. Things have gone up again. Not everyone, not all the projects, but overall most projects have recovered a little bit. There's very important news coming in later on today, of course, with the Fed meeting, which might affect the market. We're not sure whether it will or not, but which might affect the market again. But for us now, we want to look at the overall 7-day results, right? And we see that there's a lot of red here. Every single one of them has gone down 20 to 30%. So we're looking at projects that might have a bit of a discount for us. I'm gonna tell you right now already, a lot of these, or all 3 of them, honestly, well, maybe 2 of them are pretty obvious, right? And when I say obvious, you should kind of know which ones I'm gonna be talking about. I'm gonna give you this one as a bonus, straight away as a bonus. AnyPad, I talk about AnyPad a lot consistently. We talk about AnyPad. They've had a bit of a bad run, a couple of bad results with the project they've launched. They changed things. They got a new website coming. They got staking coming up. They got extra things coming here and there. Not all of it announced yet, but they are coming with pretty cool things in the upcoming future. So I do expect the price of AnyPad to rise up again, and I expect them to launch new, good, promising projects. But all right, cool. That's a bonus. What we can do, what we are going to do, is go over the projects that, of course, we want to get in right now. One of them is going to be Seedify. So why did I say they're pretty obvious? Well, because Seedify is massive. It's a big project, and that's exactly why I want to give these projects to you right now. There's a website, I think I have it open already. Here we go. This is CryptoRank, right? In CryptoRank, you can see different statistics of projects, and this is a couple of the launchpads that they have here, with the results, the all-time high, the returning results of these projects. You can see Oxbull Tech here giving massive results, right? Average current ROI is of the results that they're currently giving on the projects that they're launching, and this is of the past overall for longer ago. So you see these projects here, and there's 2 of them that I want to cover are in this list as well. One of them being Gamify, one of them being Seedify. So if you want to do a little bit of research about past results, etc., CryptoRank is an easy tool to use. But instantly you're going to see why I was going to tell you to get or to focus on Seedify, to focus on Gamify, and all these bigger projects, right? We look at Seedify, market cap 151 million. It's one of the bigger launchpads out there. You've heard me talk about this before already. I actually talked about it in a previous top 3 and a separate video. So it's kind of getting a little bit boring to consistently go over the same project. So I want to use this video to make you understand a little bit when you should get in certain launchpads and when not. Why? Because Seedify is pretty expensive, right? The tier system shows with the current rate that it can be pretty pricey to get in. So there's a picture, here we go. Seedify right now, $6.27 to get into. You look at the tier system, to get in only tier 2, that means you need $6,700. That's the first one, guaranteed allocation. This is not guaranteed. So still $6,700. So that's for the people that have a decent sized budget, I guess. For the people with bigger budgets, this is even more attractive. Why? Because from tier 6, by the way, not all of these 3 launchpads need a bigger budget. So the ones coming up after this is a bit of a smaller budget. But tier 6 is $670,000 current rate right now, or $620,000 to get in right now. Why is that still attractive even at that price? Well, because it gives you access to private pools. Here you can see upcoming Bulliverse. I really like Bulliverse. I did a separate video on Bulliverse. Their NFTs as well. They're launching in February. So you see there's 2 ones, public and private. From tier 6 and onwards, you're able to participate in the private pools, of course, as well in the public, but tier 1 to 5 is only public. So for people that really do believe in Launchpad, that people that are excited about participating in Launchpads, well, if you're one of those big guys, you can invest $670,000 if you're crazy like that and you don't mind. But it does give you access to high allocation public and high allocation private pools, which is of course worth it, right, in that regard. But not only that, projects like this, Seedify itself, it's working on becoming a gaming studio. It's becoming on working a lot more things than just being a launchpad. So you not only invest in this project or in Seedify for just the launchpads and the IDOs that it does, but also for the project itself and the potential or upside potential of what this project has to offer. Apart from that, you have the staking as well, so you get staking rewards. So there's a trifecta of earnings when participating in these launchpads, right? So you get staking rewards. If you would stake it, let's see, where are the numbers? There's no numbers here. Wrong network, so we got to change the network. This is the right network. Let's see what happens. There we go. Should be, oh no, hold up, my bad, it's not Ethereum, it is Smart Chain. So we go here. I've been using the Ethereum network a little bit too much lately with all the NFTs. So you can see here 7 days, 14 days, 30 days, and 60 days, you get different staking rewards APY-wise, right? Mine got staked here. I get my results within 2 hours from now. So I will earn 25% times 30 days divided by 12. I think it's like roughly 20 SFUND that I earned, so which is like $120. Not that much, but again, if you put in more money, of course you get more back as well, which makes sense. So the projects that they launch as well are from good quality. Bolivar's is I'm very bullish myself, at least, on this project. Plutonius, same thing, is a AAA project that there's like a gaming project, so all of them are gaming, by the way. So they launched Animalia, very good card game project as well. So they have all these things going for them, which you want to look for in a launchpad, right? And the things that I just mentioned right now overlap in the other ones as well. So the project itself has potential, right? Seedify itself, with the price of Seedify, has a lot of potential. You can see where the price came from. If we zoom out a little bit more, it comes from just above the $16, back at $6 now. It has an upside potential of 2.5x, just to go back to the all-time high, which is definitely possible. But imagine when sitting at $16, well, it's getting close to impossible to still participate in it. Tier 2, lowest guaranteed allocation, that means $16,000 to get into, which a lot of people wouldn't. So this can be a good entry point where they thought before at this phase that they couldn't get in, now they can get in again, right? So that's upside potential of the project. They launch good quality projects as well, good quality IDOs that they come up with. There's staking rewards, of course, as well, as we said before. So there's a lot of different things that you want, different elements that you want to look at when you participate in the project itself. All right, cool. So that's the first one, Seedify. If you want to know a little bit more in depth about Seedify, go to the video that I made on it. Next one that we got is Gamify, right? So you see the drop 23% over the last 7 days. And yes, it's gone up a little bit today, not that much, but it still has a good entry point if you look at the overall results. It's been at a ridiculous amount of $360 total. So there's like 4.5x in here before it goes back to the all-time high. But same thing, 71 million market cap is a little bit on the higher side of the launchpads that we usually look at. Why? Is because usually the approach that we have is we want to look at launchpads that are cheap, that are new, so we can get into a high tier straight away and get high allocation. That's usually my strategy, my approach. And now in this video, I'm talking about bigger projects. Why? Because again, price dropped and we can still get in early. If you look at Gamify, they've launched Eartha, which we already know. If you follow the channel, if you're in the Discord channel, you know that we talk about Eartha before, which has done very well. Same goes for MetaGods and same goes for Wonder Hero, right? So there's projects here that they've done before. These are the top favorites then, but these have done very well. Well, you can participate in the IDOs when you get into one of these better qualities IDOs, right? So a lot of things what I'm going to say now with Gamify is kind of the same as what I said with Seedify. It is more expensive to get in, but you get a lot more back from it as well. I think that, did I open it up yet? No, there's the Launchpad. There's no guaranteed allocation, only with the highest tier with this one. Can we find it? So tier system gamify. Only the highest one. So usually when you hear me talk, I don't get into Launchpads that don't have a guaranteed allocation. Why not? Because I want to be in control. There's a couple of them. Soul Razor is one of them on the Solana blockchain that I do think are worth it, because you get a very low investment, you get a very high allocation back for it. So here you can see lottery, and only with the highest one is guaranteed, but it's a little bit more expensive. You need to get one of these NFT cards, and only the top 12 with the most amount of tokens staked will get in. So let's not focus on that, because there again, we don't know whether we're going to be part of the top 12 or not, and we need to stake a massive amount of money, and still not a guarantee, because you can get kicked out of the top 12 and somebody else stakes more. Too much chaos. So we focus on these. But why do we focus on this now? Well, if you look at the current price of, let's see, Gamify, it is still sitting at $70. So for us to still be able to get in, right, we still need to put in a fairly amount of money. Here times 20, that is $1,400. Times 100, that is $7,000, right? So still for the second one is $7,000. And then this one is already quite a lot at 35K. So again, this is for the people with a bit of a bigger budget. But when Gamify goes back towards the 200, 300 mark, it becomes impossible. So right now with 1,400 and 7,000, that's fairly doable. People that have a big budget, sure, 35,000. It is guaranteed. It is lottery, so it's not guaranteed that you will be able to get in. But if eventually price goes back up towards a decent amount, you're sitting very comfortable. Here it goes back down a little bit, becomes cheaper to get in. When price goes back up to $150, $200, where you've earned already from the initial coin gain, so you're sitting in here pretty comfortable. Even if you then miss out on some of these projects, that's fine, right? Because you know that Gamify is not just a launchpad, but it does a lot of other things as well. So here it is an aggregator, but it also works as a yield guild. You know, we like yield guilds. Good Games Guild, Yield Game Guild are projects that we're bullish on. Why? Is because it helps the overall play to earn market. A lot of things that are happening within the play to earn market become too expensive for people, and with these guild games or with these guilds, it becomes accessible already. So you participate by investing in Gamify. You also participate in the yield guilds, which helps with the overall progress of this project itself, of this coin, of Gamify. Then you have the Launchpad, and it has a marketplace as well. So there's layers to this project, which makes it a good buy for just the token itself. But we're not going to focus on buying just the token itself. We're focusing on the Launchpad, and therefore getting into a lottery pool is worth it, in my opinion, right now, since the price is dropped. If the price goes back up towards 200, 300, I wouldn't get in. I wouldn't risk it, because potentially the price is going to go down. If you would have invested, as an example, in 200, price went down to 100. You need to make up for 50% loss by participating in the IDOs. If you then also miss out on participating in the IDOs because you weren't picked from the lottery, well, then that's just a big double loss. But if you're in it and price doubles and you aren't picked in a couple of IDOs, it's fine. You can live with that, because you're still earning. Does that make sense? All right, awesome. So again, same thing. They're launching Bulliverse as well. They're launching Dragon War, so they come up with good quality projects, which we're excited about. If you then get chosen for one of these, at least you know that there's a very high chance that these projects are gonna do well over time. They have a lot of partnerships. They're very well established. They're pretty stable, right? Price has dropped a lot, yes, but the whole market did, so that is fine. All right, and then lastly, we go to Gamespad. Gamespad isn't here in the crypto rank. Gamespad we reviewed not too long ago in a separate video. It is new. Why are we focusing on Gamespad? Because they've released a full list of projects that they're gonna launch, which they didn't have. I reviewed the whole project, and they didn't actually have a whole list of what they were gonna launch yet at that time. So it's up 18% over the last 24 hours, but overall over the last 7 days, it's still down, and over the last 3 months, I don't know if it goes back that far. No, it doesn't, because it didn't launch. It launched on the end of December, but you could still, you can see it still has a big way up again towards the all-time high, over 100% or roughly 100% gain on it. Looking at it, this is what you need to understand. Similar thing. Right now, 85 cents. It's less expensive than the other ones, but still a little bit expensive. Why? Because you also need a NFT to participate. So you choose whichever tier you want to get in. Let's say we go for the lower one. Then you need 1,500 tokens, right? So you get 1,500 tokens at a price of just under $1. So you're sitting at like $1,200 that you need to invest, right? Then you still need to buy an NFT that is worth $1,500 to be able to actually participate. You can sell the NFT later on again, so that's totally fine. There's only, I think, 4,000 available of these NFTs, so eventually when they all sell out, the price might go up, you might even earn from it. But the overall investment still $2,700 to get into the lowest tier. Yes, they do have guaranteed allocation, which is a positive. Why am I bullish on this project? Well, again, because they're going to focus on a lot more than just being a launchpad, but these guys are new. The things that Gamify has done already, the things that Seedify is about to start doing, these guys will do as well. But you're now able to get in at a lot lower price compared to the other ones. So they focus on building a gaming studio as well. They start partnering up with gaming studios. They already have the Launchpad, so they do a lot more, right? Then we go to the projects, which they didn't announce last time. And these are a couple of the ongoing projects. They haven't launched one yet because, as I said, they are brand new. But they've announced these ones are here on the website. Plutonians is one that we know about, that we knew about before already, which is a high potential project in my opinion. But now there's more here. You go to their Telegram and their LinkedIn, they're announcing multiple projects pretty frequently, pretty often. It's not fully established, fully set up because it is still to be announced. So again, you're still early with this one, and you're not just early now, you're early and you're cheap because the price has dropped, right? Yes, it's up 18.5%. Maybe they came up with an announcement. I didn't check that. Maybe they've announced something. Maybe there's just a rebound from the overall market that's going back up again. But now you know that you can get into Gamespad and you're going to be one of the first to participate in their IDOs. And they, even though they're brand new, they did actually come up with good projects that they're going to announce at the start straight away already, which is of course a positive. And you know that you're going to be part of the growth of this project when they're going to be building their gaming studio and a lot of other things. So that's the overall overview of these three projects. If you want to know a little bit more in depth about Gamespad, I recommend you to watch the other video where we go fully in depth about Gamespad itself. But what's important about understanding in this video that sometimes the newer projects that are very, very cheap aren't necessarily the better ones. Why? Is because these well-established launchpads, they know what they're doing. They have a lot of other things going for them rather than just the launchpads. So you can expect the price of the token itself to go up. And that is what we're looking for as an income source. It's the IDOs, it's the token price increase, and usually it is the staking rewards. Those are the three main components that we're looking for with making money out of these launchpads. So as of right now, with the drop in the market, these three projects are my go-to projects I would invest in at a cheaper rate right now. Thanks for watching. Please let me know what you guys think of this top three. If you want to know a little bit more about any other projects, just feel free to comment in the section below and I will review any type of projects that you guys would recommend. Thanks for watching and I'll see you guys in the next video.